Howdy do, boys. Howdy do, boys. I'm trying to minimize all the external stimuli.
Hi everyone. Hi. There's already a lot of you here. I stepped up and I walked away and I came back and yeah, there were a lot of messages. Sorry if I look like a shaggy, scraggy dog. I haven't gotten my fringe cut in a while. Hello. Thank you for the gift subs. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling kind of not too great. Decimated a sandwich, came back to see all the chat messages, and now I feel a bit better. So that's nice. But hello everyone, how do you do? Sorry, I'm just reading everything. Okay. Listen. Do I talk about the new episode now or after the chapter? I don't know, because I feel like I want to talk about the chapter after the chapter. Anyways, I guess now is better probably, right? Yeah. So that was the first episode of 2024, right? Kind of a lot. I knew there was going to be a new opening because we already knew that because of the announcement of the singer, right? I forgot his name, I'm sorry, the legend who I forgot the name of. But I just truly hope they're paying the animators well, right? I truly hope they're paying their animators well, because that opening looked like a headache to animate. A headache to animate. It was stunning to watch. It was more than stunning to watch, but they better be eating good. It's amazing. But I was saying before, you know how a lot of people were somewhat complaining about like, oh, it looks too like cute now, or it looks too like I guess silly now, you know, One Piece. But I was saying I was really excited for how everything's become a bit more rounded and a bit more minimalist, because that means that animation can be a lot more fun. And now they have smear frames. And if you don't know what smear frames are, it's when they're like, when Luffy like shot his arm and he went like boyoing, that's a smear frame. And like it gives the illusion that it's more fluid, right? So that's what I'm talking about, because they have this rounder looking minimalist design now. They can do more things like that. And I am so sure they've done this to cater to Gear 5 specifically, because Wano had this problem where even though like a lot of the animation was like good, when they went to really good animation, they changed the style, especially for Gear 5 and especially for the roof episode. And it was all right, but it wasn't consistent, you know what I mean? And by all means, animation doesn't have to be consistent. Like there's no rule that it has to be, but when you go from really sharp looking animation, like sharp as in character design and the world looking sharp, to round, goofy, silly, bouncy, boyoyoing animation, you're going to get a bit of a whiplash. So obviously they did the roof episode, I feel like as a test, and went, yeah, they fucking loves that. Let's keep that animation style for Vegapunk, for Egghead. And it worked. It looks awesome. It looks amazing. I'm really happy about it because it's so squishable. Sharp Zoro tits to boyoing Luffy whip. What did you just say to me? Those are words. Oh, okay, I got it. Sharp Zoro tits to boring Luffy. Yes, I gotcha. I know exactly what you mean. No, it looks really good now.
Howdy do, boys.
Thank you. They have a Chopper's info corner now. It feels really 2006. Do you guys know what I mean? Old anime where they'd have like these fun little tidbits at the end sometimes. Like that, like Chopper's info corner. But I think that's a really good idea, because I was telling my friend as I was watching it, there are a lot of people that when they get into One Piece, they skip everything because they just want to get to the current arc. I've seen it happen time and time again. Like you've got people skipping, like, you know, they jump around essentially. They jump to like through Alabasta, they jump through Skypiea, they watch maybe all of Annie's Lobby because that's like the one everyone goes, you better watch it. They skip all of Foxy, blah 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 blah. I've had so many people be like, oh yeah, I kind of sped through Whole Cake Island because I wanted to get to Wano because that's the current arc, because people want to get up to what everyone's, you know, excited about, right? So this idea they've had of let's have a Chopper info corner where it can tell you everything is a good one, because that means people who watch the new arc just because they want to watch the new arc will be like, okay, I know who Sabo is now, which is great. Also, I did not notice it was CGI, but I have news for you. CGI is also animation, my man. I didn't notice it. Maybe I'll notice it again if I watch it again. I'm sure I will. But for the time of watching it, I did not see him. Oh, hang on. The only CGI I like noticed was in the opening, but it wasn't like ridiculously noticeable. So long as they can make it so everything still looks in world, I don't mind too much. Because my biggest like thing and issue I have with CGI or like 3D, you know, CGI in 2D animation is you notice it. As long as a lot of people didn't notice it, I think it's all right. Yeah, Egghead's gonna be on Netflix. I'm telling you, people are gonna skip it. This is why, you know how you get takes from people about characters who's like, the takes are kind of, I don't want to say they're bad, but they're kind of not, they don't make sense. Usually that's because those people just skip a bunch of One Piece. That's what I've noticed anyway. It's amazing how many people you'll meet who will like say something about a character and they'll be like, oh, I haven't even met Law. And it's like, what the fuck do you mean you haven't even met Law? It's shit like that. Anyways, apart from all that, it looks lovely. It's a really, really good style. They, I was thinking this before, but it's like interesting how I'd say not professional, but how like high quality everything's become. Like not just anime, but TV shows in general. Because One Piece originally was just a TV anime. It had no need to be like this ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? But now everything's got to be like movie quality. Everything's got to be like the highest possible caliber it can be. Like TV shows no longer look like TV shows. They look like movie quality. If they look like TV shows, they look like shit, essentially, right? It's the same with One Piece now. It's interesting seeing One Piece's evolution because it's gone from this is a TV anime we're having fun with to this is serious now. This is like a movie now. Like that whole opening felt like a movie. Yeah, the color palettes, it's so much brighter now. I'm happy. I'm very happy about that. Thank God. At least we're losing like, you know, our color palettes in fucking cinema and TV. At least I can see things when I watch One Piece and at most anime in general. But even then, a lot of anime is a bit too scared to be colorful. A lot of it tries to dim it down a little bit because they want to be more serious. When it's like colors can be serious. Colors can be fun, guys, and also not fun, you know? Color can mean things. But I'm happy about it. Oh yeah, fuck, the Lucia scene was insane. It was already scary in the manga. Actually, the eye catches after the Lelouch scene was not, that was whiplash. I remember watching it. Wow, that was scary. Anyway, here's Luffy hugging all his friends. Remember what you have, everyone. That's insane. It must be so funny, like, oh, Chief, we've finished the eye catchers. Okay, what are they? Oh, they're Luffy having a good time and hugging his besties. Let's put it after the total massacre of this island. After everyone's fucking gobsmacked at what they've just witnessed. Imagine not being a manga reader and reading that or watching that for the first time and not knowing about it. And you get that eye catcher. I would have had to pause and had to be like, are you fucking kidding me? It was amazing. It was very good, basically. It was like they really captured not only Imu, but just the pure terror of it all. And like the deep hole in the sea is the scariest part to me. Because this is like a busticle times 1000, right? Like this is not just the eradication of life. This is the eradication of everything. Like there is no war in Ba Sing Se type of shit, you know? Terrifying. And they really, really, really captured that well. They've gone above and beyond. I do have to wonder if they're going to be able to keep it up. Because like I'm worried about, you know, the workers. Can they keep doing it every week for like an unknown amount of time? That's insanity, right? I'm not sure if this is going to be consistent. I'd like it to be, but I don't know if it's possible. But, you know. Some dips. I don't think there's going to be dips. I feel like there's just going to be a lot of last time on One Piece. Do you know what I mean? Because if you haven't noticed, Chopper's Info Corner... Okay, introduction plus Chopper's Info Corner plus the outro plus next time. That's a lot of time taken up. Like, usually the One Piece episode is a maximum of like, what? I'd say 19 to 20 minutes. Probably less than that. Now I'd say it's gotten to 16 minutes. I'd have to count. But they've certainly padded it out a bit. And I can't blame them, you know? Last time on One Piece, this whole island is gone. Yeah, Toei, oh my god. Sorry, the Fujo marketing. The fucking yaoi marketing. Like, listen, you don't have to like shipping, you know, men, okay? You don't have to like it. All I'm asking is you got to understand this is catering. This is total catering to those kinds of fans. Perhaps I'm one of them, who knows? But it is. They did this for us. Like, okay, compare One Piece from eons ago, from the first few years to now. Those types of Zoro and Sanji scenes would not have been added. They would not have existed because they would not be thinking about catering to like female fans, right? It's really obvious they're catering to female fans now. They've found it. They've discovered their fan base. They've discovered who's actually buying like their shit. And it's women. And now they're going, well, guess we got to cater to them now. Guess we got to have Zoro and Sanji be silly. Like, there was no need. There was no need for any of those scenes. There was just no need. And they added them anyway. But this is what adaptation's about, right? I guess the only thing they really added back in the day was after Alabasta, that one dragon filler. Not dragon, the dad dragon, these names, the dragon, the thing, you know, was it the dragon one? The little girl, her name was Apiss, and I remember that because I was like, why is her name Apiss? But they had that one scene from that, but that's about it. But yeah, my point is, everyone say thank you, women.
Howdy do, boys.
Oh my god, thank you. I am reading as many comments as I can, I promise, and I appreciate your my words. I appreciate your liking of my content. Yeah, all right. I think I've said enough about the anime. I want to read the chapter. I'm sorry for being late on this. First of all, I didn't know it came out early. Second of all, I've been busy editing. I'm really trying to get that out. I was trying to get it out this week. I didn't make it. I'll try and get it out this coming... What day is it? Is it Monday? It's Sunday. It's Monday. It's Sunday to Monday. I'll try and get it out Wednesday? Maybe Tuesday? If I really grind, we'll find out. It's Monday for me. Okay. Awesome. You'll find out. I'll post a thing, you know, videos out. Ooh, you'll find out. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired. Okay. I want to read this chapter because the Egghead chapters have been going crazy. And I have to wonder how long we have left of Egghead. I feel like there's not much, but at the same time, Oda might go, wait a minute. This is a good idea. I should add 10 more years to Egghead and 10 more years off of my lifespan. Okay. Anyways, we're at a climax. Do you think so, though? Because what if there's something else? What's going on? Definitely? But what about, like, the Reverie shit? Yeah, pull an impel down. Literally. Everyone's saying definitely. Alright. I'll hold you to it. When's our next chapter? It's not telling me. 14 days. Awesome. Anyway, let's begin, everyone. And the color spread is... Oh, it's Momonosuke and Yamato. Because it's Year of the Dragon. Understandable. I've noticed something. Why in the world does the anime give Robin blue eyes when Oda always gives her brown eyes? I hardly see him give her blue eyes. Why'd that happen? Sorry, ugh. Anyways. It's 14 days, I'm afraid. Alright. This is a beautiful color spread. I don't have much to say about it. Oh, Frankie's hair! It's gorgeous. How many people, I gotta ask, how many people saw this and went, oh, Yamato confirmed back on the crew? Was that a thing that happened? I have to ask. I feel like it must have, right? I stay away from so many people a lot. It was on Twitter, even though Momonosuke is also in the background. What am I mean, you know, what to expect, I guess. You can't fault people for, you know, having hopes and dreams, I suppose. And who knows, maybe he will come back. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. Anyways, beautiful color spread. I love it very much. I love how Robin's looking at Nami for some reason. Okay. How many pages is this? 17. Good. Alright, Bonnie, did you see everything? I did. Well, drat, I've broken my promise to Kuma. Oh, I see. Vegapunk's slowly becoming better and better. Like, he was scary at first, but now I trust him. Oh, I'm sorry, Vegapunk. Sorry. I'll say it afterwards. I'm sorry, Vegapunk. Oh. Oh, she turned into a baby to hug him. That's so sweet. What is it? This is a present for your 10th birthday. Kuma left it with me. From Daddy. Yay! What a beautiful sapphire. This necklace is shaped like the sun. I'll treasure it forever. He said it would be a good luck charm for you, but... Indeed, 2 years ago, who could have imagined that boy turning into this? So Straw Hat is the son of Daddy's friend. Yeah, dragon. Yep, I was shocked when I saw the two of you show up together. Fate is such a strange thing sometimes. While you were in this room, a number of dangerous things have happened on Egghead. The Straw Hat crew just saved my life minutes ago, in fact. I'll tell you everything. Let's go back and meet up with them when things have calmed down. I'm sorry, Bonnie. In the end, I'm nothing more than a hired scientist. No, it's not your fault. It's all him. Oh, poor Vegapunk. Okay, what I was gonna say is, a lot of people are going, oh, Bonnie's gonna join, Bonnie's gonna join. My whole thing with Bonnie not joining and why I don't think she will is because Oda does this thing, I'm not sure if you've noticed, where he associates characters with each other. Thank you for the sub. What did you say? I wonder if those tits will get bigger with his son Tsundere rage. I sure hope so. Milked. Anyways. But anyways, Oda does this thing where he associates characters with each other. If the main association isn't with, like, Luffy, then it doesn't tend to end up being a crewmate. Or not Luffy, but just a Straw Hat in general, right? And that's why when people were going, oh, Yamato is going to join, or Carrot is going to join. Carrot and Yamato, like, they had moments with Luffy, but their main association was with someone else. Yamato's main association was with Momonosuke, majorly with Momonosuke. That's all, nearly all of his scenes were with Momonosuke once the fight began. Carrot's was with Pedro and the Minx. Like, Pedro was Carrot's whole thing. Carrot is continuing on Pedro's will, right? And then Yamato is continuing on Odin's will, and Odin's probably biggest, like, not mistake, but regret was probably leaving Wano to, like, have it turn into ruin, right? So those things made sense. My thing here is Bonnie's main association here is with Vegapunk. Vegapunk and, like, Kuma's friends, right, are, like, a whole part right now of Bonnie's character. So my thing is, I can't see Bonnie joining the Straw Hats simply because her main association right now is with Vegapunk. And I feel like, if anything, Vegapunk's going to take her in, or Dragon might, or the Revolutionary Army might, you know? We'll see, we'll find out, but that tends to be how Oda operates. I can see Vegapunk and Bonnie being part of the crew for a little bit and then being handed off to someone. Yeah. I think they may be on the crew for a little bit, but I can't see them permanently. I can't see Bonnie permanently joining personally because she's got way too many like affiliations with like outside sources or outside Vegapunks, outside Straw Hats. But we'll find out, you know? I tend to be wrong. So whatever. Anyways. Present moment, Egghead New World. Oh my god, Bonnie's being grabbed. Jewelry Bonnie the pirate, your father Kuma is dead. Damn it, why can't I move? Bonnie. And Luffy's an old man on the ground. I've forgotten about that. Food, someone give me food. Meat. I want to, but I can't move. We've captured Vegapunk's bodyguard, Sentomaru. Oh, poor Sentomaru. Sentomaru Bonnie. Why is Sir Kizaru just laying there? Oh, dragon. 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 What's the situation? We don't know. Commodores and below can't go in. A brand new Emperor of the Sea holed up on the island. I suppose it's too much to hope no one dies. They say it's a bigger siege than at O'Hara. Is Dr. Vegapunk going to be alright? A bigger siege than O'Hara? Jesus Christ. Well, thank you. I'm having a good day. If Kuma is running off of some fragment of his true instincts, where do you think he'll go, Ivor? If it were me, I'd charge Mary Jo. I'm so sorry, I still don't know how to say this word. Mary Jo, without a second thought. But Kuma's different. I think he'll... Yeah, go to Bonnie. Oh, please let them see each other. If I'm going to die anyway, I might as well take you down with me. This is like a 12-year-old girl and she's saying shit like this. That's insane. Bonnie's incredibly hardcore. Mary Joyce. A 12-year-old girl saying, if I'm going to die anyway, I might as well take you down with me. I would be scared. Like, she means that. Do you know what I mean? There's something you never ever, like, underestimate, and that's crazy little girls. They will kill you. She means this. I know. I was one of them. Average Australian 12-year-old. Exactly. Literally. Exactly. She means it. Distorted future, Nika like... Nika? Future! Okay, she punched him. Awesome. Again, I'm getting weaker. Why? I see you're his daughter, eh? And you know that name, but you don't know what it is. She doesn't seem to have made the connection between Nika and Straw Hat's white-colored form. Such a shame. You fucker. Tell her. Hey, who gave him food? Put sea prism stone cuffs on him at once. Who did give him food? How'd he do that? Sorry, did I miss something? I blinked and he's eating. Seize him now. Is Kizaru doing this because he doesn't want to fight Vegapunk? Is he pretending to be knocked out? Or is he actually fucked? Surely he can't be, right? It was Kizaru. No. Surely not. He is sitting up now. No. I don't believe it. I think Usopp shooting food from afar makes more sense. Anyways, I can't use my age-changing powers on this old guy. How come? I gave you that power, Bonnie. I'm fucking sick of this. I'm sick of these old rich fucks forcing like these... Thank you for the sub. I'm sick of these old rich bastards forcing these devil fruits on seemingly little girls for some reason to like experiment on like their lives. This already had like Boa wasn't an experiment, it was just entertainment, but this has already happened to Boa. and her sisters. And now Bonnie's been given this fucking fruit because they want to see it. That is fucked up. And again, this, hang on, wait, what's he gonna say? It was an experiment to see if an infant incapable of eating solid fruit could be given powers with an extract. Oh wow, thank you very much. Thank you for the subs and everything, Jesus. Thank you. Anyways. It was an experiment to see blah blah, okay? It was successful, but the fruit itself was worthless. Its power might allow you to transform into any future... Thank you, everyone. Its powers might allow you to transform into any future, but the more you know of reality, the narrower your future possibilities become. That's an interesting setback. You want to believe in Nika, don't you? Nika is real. Ever since the day my father became a cyborg that obeys your orders, I've been searching for... Is that Kuma flying right now? I've been searching for Nika, hoping that he'll be able to free Daddy. Oh, oh, Bunny. And your current weakness is evidence that you've begun to think he's not real. So that fruit literally works off childlike wonder. Oh shit. That's terrible. So we're watching her childlike wonder like dissolve in front of... I'm gagged. I'm gagged and I'm choked. Oh, this sucks. This is like telling her Santa Claus isn't real, but like worse. Yeah, her imagination being taken. That is fucked up. There's something so severely wrong with that. I don't like that. My wig snatched. I'm gagged. Sorry, that was just my screen. Yeah, Luffy will make her, like, I'm sure, but oh god, imagine if Luffy had this power, right? Like, this is the equivalent of like an insane Luffy power because that's how Luffy's fruit kind of works, right? You can imagine it so he can do it. There is no Tooth Fairy, there is no Easter Bunny, and there is no God Nika. God. Why? This metaphor is terrible in like a good way, you know? Your father believed in the idiotic legend of the Buccaneers as well. He said to me, I want to save people like Nika does. This is fucked up. Years later, I performed a chemical experiment on your mother. This is fucked up! This is fucked up! Why is it? In these worlds, whenever something fucked up happens, it's never oh, how unfortunate. It's I did that to you because I think your life is expendable and I don't think your life is a life, essentially. Like, every time, like, fucking Law's goddamn Flevant's town. That wasn't an accident. That wasn't unfortunate. Their higher-ups and riches knew that was going to fucking happen, and they just let it happen because it was convenient for them. And now we're seeing it happen again. I'm unhappy. It's all intentional. Any like, oh, how unfortunate that happened. It's never unfortunate. It's always the higher-ups and the ones in power are just using these people like fucking lab rats. Unhappy. Yeah, it's not even for the greater good. There is no greater good. These men do not have a greater good in mind. It's just we want easier, more powerful lives while these fuckers dance for us. That's so terrible. Yeah, Saturn sucks. I hope the rest of them are friendly. Me when the most like celestial dragon of celestial dragons ends up being the evilest. No way. Anyway, sorry, I'll keep reading. Years later, I performed a chemical experiment on your mother, who was the 8th wife of a fellow in the Holy Land. It was a failure. Those blue blemishes showed up again. I assume that these experiments are trying to get immortality, because that's what they're all about.
Howdy do, boys.
One being a traitor. I don't know why that would be the case. What would that do if one were a traitor? Like, what would be the commentary of that? Do you know what I mean? They might have it already. No. I feel like these guys have like a one-off solution for it, you know? Like a thing they can't use again. But they obviously don't have a permanent immortality thing. Serum. No, like the devil fruit extract was an experiment, but the fact Bonnie's fruit is specifically like age life altering, the same way they wanted Law's fruit, the op fruit, and they obviously wanted it for the like immortal surgery. Like, if you haven't noticed, everything the celestial dragons want is tied to life and is tied to living. So this obviously has something to do with them wanting to unlock immortality, you know? Same with clones. Clones was is a way for them to try and figure out if immortality is a possibility through your clones. It's all the same shit. Not the same shit, but you know, they're trying to find an answer here because they just want immortality. Because that's the most powerful thing I guess you can have in the world, to cheat life, you know, to cheat death. They haven't aged in 40 years, but my point is that these guys might have like a fucked up, more different form of immortality, right? Like, I'm not saying these guys aren't immortal. I'm saying whatever these guys have, perhaps they're close to death, you know? Perhaps they've found a not fix all solution, but we've prolonged it solution. Do you know what I mean? But they're obviously trying to find immortality. It's one of the main things they're searching for. Yeah, no, I am 100% convinced Imu had a is immortal, but I think they're trying to find a permafix. They get more lifespan by being creeps. Maybe that to sell their soul or something, you know? Maybe it's something cheesy like that. But I feel like there's a trend going on. Brooke's kind of technically immortal, yeah, a little bit. I won't be surprised if they have Brooke's fruit or someone has Brooke's fruit, because we know Brooke's fruit has done its job, essentially. Because he did die, and then it did its job. Like, surely it respawned somewhere. But he still can't swim. I know, right? I'm not sure, but we did get told that it did its job, apparently. I can't remember. I'm also not 100% sure, right? I just swear it was something like, okay, your soul found your body again, the devil fruit did its job, it's gone. I don't 100% remember. All I'm saying is, if we discover that the fruit Brooke has is actually respawned somewhere, I told you so. I'm not saying it's a fact. Is Brooke alive? Anyways. Alright. Sorry, I'll keep reading. Anyways. Okay, he performed a chemical experiment on his mother. But although it didn't have the desired result, I found it quite curious that the same effect was passed down to her daughter. Oh, awesome. What just crashed onto the island? You did all of that. You did that as an experiment, Saturn. Those sapphire scales tore Kuma's family apart. He gave up his life to stop them. Oh my god, yeah, the sapphire scales were the only reason Kuma did all that. Oh, and it was on purpose. Oh, and it was on purpose. Oh. The sapphire... Oh. And you had the gall to offer him a deal as though you were doing him a favor. Jesus Christ. It gets worse. This is like the title of the... What is the title of this? It should be It Gets Worse. I didn't even read the title. Where is the title? Why can't I sit... Bro, I can't... Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Oh, awesome. That's a good title. Why is this sad? We're not even done yet. Jesus Christ. Awesome. So cool. Put yourself in my shoes. Would you bother yourself with the feelings of insects? It is impossible. The more I'm reading of Egghead, the more I'm like, a lot of this feels like Castle in the Sky. We've discovered a hidden kingdom. We've discovered, like, you know, a robot from fucking, what, 900 years ago that we don't understand the purpose of. That has been activated for some reason, by the way. We've discovered, like, rebellion princess. And now the Studio Ghibli film Castle in the Sky. Now this man is saying, would you bother yourself with the feelings of insects? There's like a really famous line that a lot of, like, the Japanese audience loved, which is when, like, the main villain was blowing up the ship with like all these people on it, and he said, ha ha ha, die you insignificant insects, or something. But it had something to do with like insects. This feels like there's a lot of Castle in the Sky stuff in here, because that, would you bother yourself with the feeling of insects? That's a lot. It'd be funny if that was Oda's favorite movie, because Luffy's voice actor's in Castle in the Sky. Like, the main guy. There's also pirates in Castle in the Sky. They look like... Yeah, the irony is they look like insects. That's gotta be the joke, right? Jesus Christ. Wow, Bonnie's imagination and whimsy and wonder is... Like, we're watching it just drain from her eyes. This is terrible. The spark from her eyes is fading. Anyways. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it the man? Holy shit. He made it. He made it. He made it. A pacifista. No, he's got pads on his hands. Former warlord of the sea. Holy shit. Bartholomew Kuma has appeared on the southwest shore of Egghead. He's proceeding toward the center. Oh my god, I'd be scared for my fucking life if I was Saturn right now. 30 minutes until you fucking die. Oh, he's proceeding toward the center of the island. The authority chip isn't working on him. He just won't stop. What nonsense is this? Kuma couldn't possibly be here. But he's saying, I can't. I'm too afraid. Kuma, but why? Stop him. Shoot him if you must. Yes, sir. Running for his fucking life. In the previous chapter, we saw Kuma running through all stages of his life. He's still running. He's been running all his life to save people, to get away from these fuckers, and now he's running towards his daughter. Oh my god, please. Please. I feel like I'm gonna cry. This is fucked. I can't even speak. Hey, Daddy, I think my spirit is breaking down. This is a 12-year-old girl. This is a 12-year-old girl. This is fucked up. No. Daddy, I think my spirit is breaking down. Imagine your fucking young daughter saying that to you. Fire, give him every shot you have. Maybe it'll be easier if I just die. I'm sorry, Daddy. Oh my god. I feel like tearing something apart. I'm so angry at everything here. Enough of all this squalling, you obnoxious brat. I can see why you guys are saying this is the climax now. Shoot him through the head. What is that? What is going on? Is that a boom? What is this doom? What is that? What does that mean? I'm sorry, Daddy. After all you did for me. Huh! Kuma! Oh! God. Holy shit. This is a chapter. This is a fucking chapter. I read on my phone because I have Shonen Jump on here. That's why. It's easier for me. Holy shit. I read on my phone so I can throw it across the room if I don't want to keep reading it. I've nearly done it like 10 times. Oh my god, Daddy, yes! Oh, she's so little. Oh. I'm trying not to clutch my chest like a sentimental white woman, but it's kind of happening. Pulling an ace successfully, yeah. Oh my god. It's Bartholomew Kuma. He's about to punch the shit out of him! Holy fuck. Oh my god, what do you mean? Beat his ass. Tear this bitch apart. Holy shit. If we get to the next chapter and someone stops him, I'm going to be really fucking angry. First time we see him use his fist, Daddy's fucking mad. Jesus Christ. Punch him back into the fucking Stone Ages, Kuma. Do it. Oh my god. That was a chapter. I was like laughing, I was crying, I was confused. I'm cheering. That was so much. This is cinema. This is cinema. Oh my god. This is like when I said on twitter.com, I was like, I need people who've only watched One Piece or read One Piece and they say, oh, One Piece has kind of declined. They really need to watch and read other things because this is not like, this is the opposite of declining in my opinion. My opinion of One Piece, right, is that it's only kept going up. I genuinely feel like every single, yes, like stuff like Dressrosa was a bit prolonged, right? Like it was a bit dragged out. That's true. But in terms of the character writing, the world building, the overall like messages and meanings coming together, it's genuinely gotten better. I honestly think Oda's writing has gotten better. I know that like gags like Sanji's gag have become a bit more, right? And I get that. But in terms of everything, I honestly just think it's like just it keeps hitting peaks in my opinion. I genuinely don't understand the issue that people have with Wano. I honestly think the main issue people have with Wano is they wanted it to be something it wasn't. And when it became something that like was something else, a lot of people got upset at that. You know what I mean? But I watched and read Wano with like no real expectation of what it was going to be. And I thought it was fucking magnificent. Like Wano, because think about it. Wano was like the final act of the second saga. And we've been waiting literal years to ask for everyone to come back together. And Wano gave everyone the biggest shine they ever could, right? Everyone. And it felt like a final act in terms of the saga. I thought Wano was fantastic. And I've been meaning to make a Wano video because I'm truly not understanding why so many people got so upset about it. When I was just over the wall, like going over the moon, going a bit crazy about it. I don't think Zoro versus King was empty. This is what I mean. I'm not understanding. It was the first time that Zoro had Enma. It was the first time that he realized, wait a fucking minute, where the fuck did Wano come from? We're watching like King, who was like literally the final remainder of his like, you know, race, show us what he's been through and tell us what he's been through in terms of why he follows Kaido the way he does. Do you know what I mean? It didn't feel like there was nothing there to me at all. Same with Sanji's Queen fight in terms of like what Queen was and what Sanji was terrified to be and the connection he had with Vince Smoke Judge. Like, that was a lot. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I need to make a video on it because I just want to make a Wano like retrospective. I don't think Kaido was badly written. This is what I mean. I feel crazy. Kaido made sense to me. I just wasn't sure. Anyways, what I'm saying is this is a fucking amazing opening act. This is an insanely good opening act. This is the opening act of Saga 3. This is his best opening act he's ever had, for sure. And like, that means something, you know? It's been 25 years he's been writing One Piece, and I genuinely think he just keeps getting better. I'm not saying this is like I'm dick riding him. I mean this is someone who watched One Piece not expecting it to be good. I wasn't in the fandom for like all those years until Wano ended, and then I got into the fandom. And I guess maybe because I'm free of that fandom bias, maybe I'm seeing it differently. I don't know. I don't know, because... Sorry, there was a man on my bed. Because my biggest thing is, like, so many people say, like, oh, Annie's Lobby and, like, Water 7 is just the peak. It's the peak of One Piece. It's really good. It's very, very, very good. But, and I don't know, maybe I'll get booed at for this. I genuinely thought in terms of, like, the emotion and the self-sacrificing and the overall messages and themes of, like, how Luffy was helping his crew, I honestly thought Whole Cake Island was like Enies Lobby times 12 or like times 20, you know? Like, Whole Cake Island felt like it was just an extreme, like, turn up of like what Enies Lobby and Water 7 did. The same way Luffy saved Robin, the same way he saved Sanji. That's why Robin and Sanji fucking help each other in Wano. The emotional peaks of Whole Cake Island was fucking crazy. I couldn't believe it. I'm not saying that as a Sanji fan. I'm saying that as I cried. I'm saying that as Whole Cake Island was, in my opinion, the most emotionally intelligent arc that he's had. Sorry, there's a man yelling in my room. Can you hear that? Sorry, I'm looking after a friend's cat. Hang on. Okay, look. I'll show him for a second. I'll get back to this. Hi, everyone. This is Gus. He's a beautiful boy. I'm looking up. This is my friend's cat. I'm just looking after him for a few days. Aren't you lovely? Hey? Blueberry wouldn't do this. When I hold her, she goes... Wah. Yeah? Look at his beautiful blue eyes. If Sanji were a cat, I think he'd look like Gus. Just a bit more yellow. Look, because look, Gus is like toasted. Can you see that? He's got a bit of like a toasted marshmallow look about him. Well, why would you do that? Anyways, my point is, Egghead is like an outstanding arc so far. Genuinely outstanding. And again, I'm not saying that as a dick rider. I'm saying it as someone who's been really enjoying the arc. It's just been just high speeds, high speeds. And again, it's very funny watching, like, just every time something different happens, people tend to go, oh, because there are so many people that complain about the pacing of One Piece, and that's a fair enough thing to complain about. But now we've got people saying, oh, Egghead's going too fast. What do you fucking mean? What? Like, first the pacing issues are it's too slow, and now the pacing issues are it's too fast, and I'm not quite understanding. Like, the only pacing issues I really felt was Dressrosa. That's the only pacing issue I really felt. I do not think Skypiea had pacing issues. I think the issue people have with Skypiea is they didn't enjoy it as much, so they said it had pacing issues even though they just weren't enjoying it. I think there's a big difference between pacing issues and, oh, this scene doesn't interest me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, that's the hill I'll die on, that I don't think Skypiea has pacing issues. Revoke my One Piece card, you know? But that's my opinion. Dressrosa's the literal only one I felt for pacing issues. The only one I felt. Every other one was like, yeah, this feels necessary. I feel like I should be seeing this. Anyways, something else I wanted to, like, oh, I can't talk about Vivi anymore because every time I talk about her I get too excited, but the robot. That fucking robot down there has been activated. The robot at Egghead, the Egghead robot, the robot currently sitting at Egghead, which is a robot. That bitch, the 900-year-old robot currently sitting at Egghead, sitting under Egghead, about, you know, that's just been activated. He's awake. What the fuck is going on there? Say robot one more time. My point is that robot's awake. That's been my main interest for so goddamn long now. Like, what do you mean he woke up? What does that mean? Where is he? What's going on? But my whole thing is, because this is like, to me, this feels very Castle in the Sky. That robot, the fact that, because like, if you haven't seen Castle in the Sky, the Studio Ghibli movie, the whole thing was there was like a secret civilization. It was up in the sky. That's why it's called Castle in the Sky. It had a lot of secrets to uncover. And one of the things it had were a bunch of robots that had been like asleep for eons. This robot feels similar to that, especially with like, not exactly how it looks, but how it feels, I'd say. And we know that the robot apparently attacked Mary Jo, I think it was 200 years ago. I forgot who told us that, but I think that's what we were told. So I'm pretty sure we know the robot like was part of the some Mary Jo attack. Mary Jo attack. But the robots have been active for 900 years. So, and we know Vegapunk didn't make them. So my thought on what those robots are, because it feels Castle in the Sky, is I feel like those robots listen to one... Sorry, can I just let him out? I'm sorry. I'm back. Anyways, I feel like those robots listen to one person. I feel like those robots exist to protect someone, right? That's what it feels like to me. Because that's what the robots, spoiler warning, that's what the robots in Castle in the Sky were for. And the robots in Castle in the Sky specifically were protecting the princess. From what I remember. But they also protected life in general. But my thought here is, what if the original D-Clan has something to do with it? In terms of why these robots exist. I didn't want to say her name, but it would be fucking cool if those robots specifically existed to like serve Vivi. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying that would be cool. But I do think those robots exist to protect someone specific. I don't know who it could be. They only listen to Nika. That could be another thing. Maybe they only listen to Joy Boy. But those robots feel like they're a direct Castle in the Sky, like, parallel. Or, like, inspiration to me. I'm not 100% sure, okay? Like, this is I don't have many theories. So the fact I'm saying all this means I'm, like, excited if this is true. Because I'm not a theory gal. But I've just noticed a similarity with Castle in the Sky here. That's why I'm saying all these. They did react to the drums. I feel like Nika does have a part of it. And Shirahoshi has the Sea Kings. Exactly. Exactly. But those robots have interested. I'm so interested in what the hell the robot is. I'm so interested in what that robot means. Everyone's forgotten, but I haven't. I want to know. The robot is Uranus? Wait, was that a joke? Sorry, someone asked me what my least favorite arc is. It's like... Okay. When I say this, it does not mean I hate the arc. I don't think there's a bad One Piece arc, genuinely. But... it's just because it was not for me. I mean, not for me, but it's just because it didn't have enough of what I wanted in terms of writing, like, right? My least favorite One Piece arc, and I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna get run off of One Piece, like, online fandom for this. It's Marineford. I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's very good. But as you all know, I'm not into One Piece for the fighting. As you all know, that's just not what I'm about. I loved the parts with Ace and Luffy. I loved them. I loved Impel Down. I loved the fact that we got an Ace Luffy backstory. I love the fact that Luffy, like, had to basically accept a death and accept grieving. Like, I totally understand that. I loved that very much. I loved what it did for Luffy, but it's just, you know, it was obviously a war, right? And it's like, I just missed the Straw Hats. It had nothing to do with, like, it was bad. It was the fact that I missed everyone. I missed everyone. There was a lot of fighting with a lot of people we had just met. And I was like, I don't know half of Whitebeard's fucking crew here. So it's like, I'm not saying it's bad at all. I'm saying that the Marineford fight and war felt a little bit like the Colosseum Dressrosa fight to me, which is like, I don't know these people. I only knew, like, I only knew the Impel Down guys, you know? And some of the admirals. Seeing the admirals in action was good. But a lot of them I was like, okay. Yeah, no, missing the Straw Hats was the point, 100%. Because the point is that Luffy missed them too. I just really missed them. Like, Marineford is not an arc I typically go back on and be like, I'm gonna rewatch this. But it's one I like to, like, think about. It's just not one that I'm the biggest fan of. Disrespect for Whitebeard. It was good. It just wasn't for me. And I have no doubt people are going, oh, I can never trust her again after this. I'm just saying it's not a bad arc. It's not a bad arc at all. It's just not my favorite. Because, like, my favorite arcs are things like Whole Cake Island and, like, Dressrosa. Currently Egghead. Alabaster's one of my favorite arcs now as well. Well, now I say. Like, think about Whole Cake Island. Whole Cake Island's only fight was fucking Karakuri. It's just how it is. I love Alabaster. I really do. Alabaster's such a fantastic, like, opening arc for the Grand Line. Just insanity. Pink NL. Why are you all calling me? I'm sorry I'm evil and my opinions are bad. It's still a good watch. But going from, like, I don't know. Impel Down was really fun. I'm not sure why. I feel like because Impel Down, it just lasted a long time, right? Impel Down was was good, but then we keep going and we're like, oh, okay, we're just going into the war. So it's like, oh, awesome. But no, the Ace scenes were really, really fucking good. I loved the Ace backstory with Luffy and Ace and Sabo because I loved how much that showed of both of them. There's literally a conversation where I did not care for the Godfather. I feel like that. I'm desperately trying to be like, please don't kill me. But Marineford wasn't boring. It was just, again, I just missed the Straw Hats. It was just a lot of action, 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 and a lot of people like that. But for me, I was like, oh, I need to slow down a little bit. But yeah, there's a conversation Ace and Luffy have when they're kids. Sabo's just there as well. But there's a conversation Ace and Luffy have when they're kids. And it's when like Luffy and Ace were like, well, Luffy was crying because he'd just been saved by Ace and Sabo from those pirates. And Luffy says, because what is it? Because it was shit, I just saw the chapter page today. It was Ace saying, like, why didn't you just tell them about what the fuck was going on? You were gonna die, and then it's better than dying. And then Luffy says, no, because then I won't be able to, like, hang out with you. And Ace says, but you die. Why the fuck would you want to do that? And then, like, Luffy, you know, is basically telling him, because I want to, I appreciate you. I want to hang around you. You're my friend. And that's when Ace says to him, you need me? And Luffy says, yes. And Ace says, you want me around? And Luffy says, of course. And these are like kids talking to each other. That whole conversation shows two huge things about Ace and Luffy, right? And this is just a backstory when they were kids. And that's the fact that Ace at that point obviously had no value of his life, didn't understand why anyone would want to be around him. And Luffy's is being alone is worse than dying, literally. Luffy's biggest fear is being alone. And that chapter was like a good showing of, even as a kid, he was just terrified of having no one and having no one to be around and having no one that he liked, essentially. So like that backstory after Marineford was really fucking good. I liked them. I liked it. It was good. Especially with Sabo's whole thing, because I forgot how much of a fucking beast Sabo's dad was. I thought he was overreacting, and then I reread it and I went, oh shit. He was actually like a hugely abusive father. Of course he was. I don't know why I thought anything else, but yeah. So Marineford is, look, it's not my favorite, but it's still very important. Like, I'd never deny the importance of it because every arc holds importance, every single one, right? It's just not my favorite. Ace was cool. Well, Ace had to die. I'm sorry. Something had to happen for Luffy to, you know, elevate, I suppose. I love Long Ring Long Land. I love Long Ring Long Land. I love it. I love it. I love it. I could not believe people did not like it. Like, I was shocked because I watched Long Ring Long Land and then I read it and I was like, this is one of the most fun arcs ever. It's just fun. It's fun and it's goofy while also showing crew dynamic in a non-serious setting. Like, we needed that. I loved it. It showed so much good crew dynamic, especially between Zoro and Sanji. Long Ring Long Land is literally one of the things that like shows how the wings were starting to become the wings, right? It's important. I love Long Ring Long Land. It's so funny. And it's just so fun. And Davy Backfight is apparently important. What about Gaimon? My favorite character. Anyways. I want Foxy back. I want another fight. I literally want another fight, another Davy back fight with the current crew so bad. I don't care if it's a special or anything. I really want one. I want to see how they've developed for a Davy back fight. It wasn't a movie, it was like a special. I watched that special with Foxy. I was so disappointed because I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a Davy back fight, and then it wasn't. No. What's the point? Why'd you make this then? Foxy has the last poneglyph. Oh, please. Look, if anyone could beat Foxy in a Davy back fight, apart from the Straw Hats, it would have been Buggy. Yeah, the sports shorts were really good too. I miss those shorts that they used to do. They were fun. I say, as like I just haven't recently gotten into One Piece. Foxy's the Burn Man. I've had enough.
Howdy do, boys.
Who's got the last poneglyph? It's like the man with the scar or something. I always thought maybe one of Roger's crew had it. Like, Gaimon or something, because where the fuck is he? I always thought maybe someone on Roger's crew had it. I'm not saying that's true, but like, whoever has it, Roger's met, you know? You think it's Dragon? But would that make sense? Because Dragon's fairly new. Scopper. Not Gaimon, sorry, Gaban. Did I say Gaimon? I meant Gaban. I did not mean Gaimon. No, I meant Gaban. Shit. No, not Gaimon, Gaban. Some guy. Gaimon is the One Piece. The guy Ace beat is the guy with the flame marks. Yeah, but what if that's Gaban? I just want to know where the fuck Gaban is. Where is he? He was like the number 2. Gaban and like Rayleigh were clearly like the 1 and 2, right? Where the fuck is Gaban? I'd like to see him. The only reason Dragon doesn't make sense to me is because, like I said, he's still fairly new on the seas. I feel like the last poneglyph would have to be like someone who's somewhat older. Yeah, I want to see if Gaban's big and juicy. Sue me. I want to see if he's like aged so fine like Rayleigh has. Okay. It's inside Laboon. Robin would have mentioned it by now. Yeah, somehow if Dragon had a poneglyph on his ship, I think someone would know at this point. When we find an eye patch guy, he's fucking with you. Zoro's gonna put on an eye patch or something and we're gonna go, oh, eye patch guy. You're being played. He's lying to you. He just says shit. Oda just says shit. Don't believe him. Okay? Take everything he says with a grain of salt. He literally just be saying shit. As the kids say. He'd be saying shit. Just don't take it at face value. Okay? He's changed his mind so many times. Exactly.
Do, boys?
He didn't tell Robert about Saul? Oh fuck, who's Saul? Oh my god, I hate One Piece names. Zoro would put an eye patch on the wrong eye. Why am I blind now? The giant. Ah, yeah. Alright. D-Saul, yes. I remember. Dedeshishishi. I remember. Calm down. I'm really bad with names. Oh yeah, speaking of, the giants, those two, Dory and Bori, Doggy and Woggy. What the fuck are their names? Dory and Broggy? Dory and Buggy. Dory and Broggy. Grobby and Broggy. Stop. It's Dory, Drory. Fuck. Dory and Broggy. That is their names, right? They are back at Elbaf, aren't they? But wasn't the whole thing that they were competing for the Elbaf Eternal Pose? And now, did they tell us why they came back? Did they say their weapons broke or something? Wait, their weapons did break. Oh. I guess after helping the Straw Hats, they went, well, we can't fight anymore. So they just went back to Elbaf. They killed Kid. Kid is not dead. I cannot believe people think Kid is dead. This is how Oda gets you. You know how you guys say, oh, fake out death. Fake out death. The only fake out death that actually like felt like a fake out death was Pell. You guys just say it's a fake out death because you think they're actually dead. Kid is not dead. Useless Mid, how dare you think he's dead? He's definitely not dead. He's 100% alive. Like, why would he just die like that? He is drowning. Kaido, I think, could be dead. Big Mom, I don't think is dead. It doesn't make sense for her to be dead because she's apparently like a secret weapon or something that we didn't know much about. Also, Pudding said, nah, she's not dead. I don't think she's dead. Useless Mid's the funniest fucking thing ever. I don't even think he's useless. I love Kid. That's just a funny name. Useless Mid. And Kid is dead and Roger is alive. I don't even remember who Pagaya was. Who the hell's Pagaya? Yeah, Zeus is still alive. Anyways, my point is, Kid's not dead. He's definitely not dead because there's kind of no like Oda only kills people when it serves a purpose for something, right? There's not really much of a purpose Kid dying solves apart from, whoa, look at Shanks, and like we already knew that. I feel like it's gonna be, yeah, his crew's been fucking totaled, but he's still alive. We already knew Shanks was a fucking just beast because he's an emperor. So the only like purpose Kid dying would solve is showing Shanks is the beast that we already know about. I just can't see why Kid would be dead. The only reason I think, well, I mean, Kid has like, he gave his poneglyphs to Shanks. All I know is they're gonna get to Elbaf. I have a strong feeling Kid's just gonna be there. It's gonna be funny. I say this so like surely, but it's only because I just don't know why he would like he'd essentially died off screen, right? Because like we just saw him get bite and blast, and then we didn't actually see the result of it. Also, wouldn't unless we see someone with his fruit, I don't think he's dead. Hi. You don't remember subbing to me? How are you doing? Look, if I'm so sorry if Kid is dead and I'm like giving you false hope, can you imagine? But you told me he was alive. No. That would be funny. I'm just pretty sure. I just feel like what's gonna happen is, but look, because why would Kid go through all of that in Wano, get this new bounty and everything just for Shanks to fucking kill him? I just don't know why. Like, this is, and it's gonna be like lesson 2. First I took your arm, I'm now going to take your crew. If you fucking do this again, I will kill you. Shanks is like, I keep lighting up the candle and this guy keeps fucking blowing it out. I keep taking the gun out of this guy's hand and he comes back with a bigger gun. Like, I just feel like it's Shanks going, for fuck's sake, a second time. Third time's the fucking charm, you know? Like, I feel like he's just gonna be done with it if it happens a third time. It is but a scratch.
How did you, boys?
But yeah. I feel like Kid getting his ass kicked is gonna be like, well, maybe you should have been a bit nicer. maybe you shouldn't have attacked civilians, you know? That's the point of that. Shanks didn't even see him until now. Didn't Shanks take his arm? Wasn't that Shanks? Or was that someone on his crew? Either way, it's still his pirate crew. Ben did? Okay. Beckham, can you imagine? Ben, did you take his arm? Yes. I hope he learns his lesson, comes back. Shanks, you're never gonna fucking believe who's here. For fuck's sake, Biden blast him! He has to learn! It just feels like Shanks is trying to teach this kid a lesson. It just doesn't feel like he'd just kill him like that. What if we find out kid's on Shanks's crew? You know, like, you've been a very naughty boy. You're now part of my crew and I'm gonna teach you how to not be a fucking cunt. That would be funny. I don't think that's the case, but I think that would be very funny. Shanks, redhead? Yeah, my friend. Shanks could save him. This reminds me though, because like, in my Roger video, I said that there's no like definitive proof that Roger's an asshole. And the more we see of Roger, the more we find that Roger was actually just kind of living his life and was a dandy guy. There was even a rule that Roger obviously had where it's like, do not steal or be violent against civilians. That's a big no-no. Because when Odin steals from civilians by accident, they go, Roger's gonna fucking kill you for this. And we know he attacked a marine base, but it's a marine base. So did Luffy. Luffy literally attacked Enies Lobby. Like, so what if Roger attacked a marine base? I'm not sure why people use that as a got him. But the only thing that people say is that, oh, well, apparently Roger totaled what's his name? The guy on Whitebeard's crew. He totaled some guy's crew. I forgot his name. Was it like Scab or something? All I know is this, no, not Marco. This one guy on Whitebeard's crew, Squatter, that's his name, Squad. What a good name. How could I forget about that? Squadius, yes. Squatter, Squadum. He totaled his crew. And everyone was like, oh, well, Roger took out this other pirate crew. And this guy hates him. So Roger can't be all good. We've literally just watched Shanks total Kid's whole entire fucking crew. Because Kid was being an asshole and was attacking innocent people and weaker pirates. Right? Which is probably what Roger would have done. So it's like, this is just more proof to me that I don't think Roger is at all an asshole of a guy. I don't think he's necessarily a good pirate, because there's no such thing as a good or bad pirate. I just think he specifically was a decent guy. Like, I don't think Roger was at all a monster in any sense or in any way. And like, that's the whole point. Oh, there's a guy going out. But I don't think he was an asshole at all. I think he was awesome. But I feel like every time I say like, oh, Roger just wasn't a bad guy, people go, well, actually, and then they say something that it's like, I don't think that makes him an asshole. He's a Luffy kind of pirate, exactly. But yeah, it's just the government propaganda in this world. Roger was the biggest evil of evils. He was a monster of a monster. And then we meet Roger, and he's literally just a guy. He's literally just a guy. And it's like, this is how deep the propaganda of One Piece's world goes. They're trying to present this man who was literally just trying to live for himself. That's all he was doing. As a monster. Just because he fucking bamboozled the world government and discovered the secrets of the world. Of course they'd fucking do that. He just wants to have fun. Kid's insane for trying this shit a third time. When was the first? Hang on. Was the first time not his arm? What was the second time? Because the third time... That's the first time. Udon prison? Oh, he didn't attack Shanks then though, did he? Oh, unless you're talking about him going after Emperor specifically. How does Kid keep doing this? It is really funny. I keep knocking him down and he keeps getting back up. He's lost a limb and he's back. Oh my god. 'Twas his hubris. He's like an angry little chihuahua to me, Kid. I know he's like technically a big guy, but he reminds me of a chihuahua. He's got like Napoleon complex. He's got the spirit. He just likes punching. He's just he's a violent pirate. He's a violent pirate. But you know, he's Luffy's friend. But is that not proof? You know how people go, oh, well, Luffy's obviously a good pirate. Luffy's literally friends with Kid. Luffy thinks Kid's a good guy. Maybe in his heart, Kid's a good guy. But it's like kind of proof, right? That like Luffy is still kind of a pirate. Do you know what I mean? Like Kid's not exactly a fantastic man. He thinks he's funny. Yeah. No, yeah, Luffy doesn't give a shit. Like beige, big. He's also not a fantastic guy. Okay, Law stole hundreds of hearts from other pirates. How many times must we go over this? Pirates and Marines, not civilians. Thank you very much. Yeah, they stole gold in Skypiea. Pirates and Marines are free games. So true. If you're a pirate on the sea, if you're a Marine on the sea, you got a target on your back. That's why I'm like, if I lived in this world, I would not be a pirate or a Marine. I know for a fact, definitely would not be a Marine. Wouldn't be a pirate because I'm a pussy. If I lived on an island that was fucked, I'd just accept my fate. Yeah, Law's the one that said no helping civilians, we're helping civilians, but that's just Law. Law's a tsundere. Law literally helps people and pretends he's a fucking doctor. Like his whole thing is he doesn't kill people. Which is another reason for why Big Mom may possibly not be dead. He doesn't want to kill people, he's a doctor. Anyways, I've got nothing more to say. It's like 4, nearly 5 a.m. So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. I have to get going. Please keep an eye out for new videos. Like I said, I hopefully have a new video coming out either Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. It depends if I can edit or not. It depends how fast I am. Hang on, I gotta do my ending scene. Hi guys. I'm about to go back in my box. Right. I'm sorry this was late for this chapter. Like I said, I got a bit busier than I meant to. I will be streaming the next chapter when it comes out, of course. I just don't have the time to stream games as much anymore, especially like in the current coming days. I just do not have the time to be able to stream games. I'm so sorry. But I do enjoy these chapter reads and I enjoy like catching up with everyone here to do that. Yeah, good new episode, amazing new chapter. I cannot wait to see what's next. And I will see you when I see you. Thank you for supporting me and everything. Happy New Year. I know it's like the 8th already, but Happy New Year anyways. And yeah, have a good day everyone, or a night, or whatever. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.